Good evening, everyone. This is So Work. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Jeni Cousins, and we are live here at Shaw TV this Wednesday evening with fantastic weather we've been having, apparently, as I've been away in my Alola land. And on tonight's show, I do have a guest, as I always do, and after I speak with her, we are opening up the phone lines. And that phone number is 403-539-6710. So after the phone lines are open, Calgary, you can give both of us a call. And on tonight's show, I do have someone special on, and my guest is Dixie Bennett. Thank you, Dixie, for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome, very welcome. We've already been having a few laughs as it is. As we always do here at Shaw. So what got you started in your industry, in your business, in your line of work that you are doing now?
Well, I have my own company called Still Point Bodyworks. It's a healing center here in Calgary. And it's a teaching and healing facility. So I have another practitioner that's joined me. And so what got me started? Well, so I worked in corporate oil and gas. I'm actually just celebrating my 5th year in business this year.
Good for you.
And so it's 5 years full time, and it's been a blast. It's been a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you've been out and about. Because I see that you travel. Mm-hmm. You know, to go different places, and because what type of business are you in? Just to share with our viewers.
So I'm in health and wellness. So I'm a life coach, but I also do energy work, physical body work. And I blend it all together to bring it into one powerful service for my clients. It's a lot of fun.
Wow. Yeah. Do you go to their place, or do they come to see you?
No, they come to see me. Yeah, I have my office here. I also take international clients, and I do by Skype as well.
Okay.
So
do you give them some kind of like a treatment on Skype, or do you guide them, or how does that work?
I typically guide them. So I do a couple different therapies. So the physical therapies are more specialty services. So it's Bowen therapy, craniosacral therapy, and then I'm a Reiki master and teacher, and the life coaching part of it as well. I feel energy, I see energy. So it's a really nice married combination of services that really gets to the root of whatever the problem is with people. And I find that more now, I don't need to touch people so much. By true service, well, my specialty is more in the somato-emotional release technique. So
in the what?
Somato-emotional release technique.
Oh, okay. Can you explain what that is?
So it's about releasing emotion in the tissue. So a lot of chronic pain is typically tied to emotional trauma of some sort. And I tend to get a lot of clients who have tried many, many different things. They're suffering from chronic pain. They've tried, you name it, been to every other service. But I work more at the soul level. So it's the soul, it's the energy, it's the physical, spiritual, mental. All of it needs to be addressed. And often people go to certain things for certain things. But there's a lot of the work that they've done, eventually when they get to me, it's kind of like, okay, I'm ready to really go deep, and I'm ready to heal. I'm tired. I'm tired of living this life.
Yeah, because I know that, you've got to be ready for it.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like somebody, if they, I've had people where they come to me and they put their guards up, and I thought, why would you come here? If your guards are up, why? You have to be, ready.
Yeah.
And willing to learn and to experience that. How long do your sessions take normally?
Typically they're an hour. I do actually some other different things too. I've started a new thing called Soul Walks. So it's a combination of coaching, but also deep spirituality, going out into nature and really letting nature show whatever it needs to show for that person. The deep healing actually starts to transpire through that. And it's quite transformative. When we go in, it's like nature's there to support, and nature shows whatever messages the other person needs to see. And I have another program called Chakra Balancing for Cash Flow. So I like to work with entrepreneurs equally, and that's typically most of my client base. They have chronic pain, but they are also entrepreneurs, and they really suck or struggling in their business. And that's, you know, working on the whole person really helps them have better relationships, be more successful in their business, attract more clients, attract more money.
Absolutely. You do have to have that. And I bet you even now, so with the economy, of course, you know, that would unbalance, you know, the chakras in the body through stress and worry and anxiety. And I find that if you're more balanced and more grounded, regardless of the economy or no economy, it does make a really big difference. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where I think one of my key focuses right now is more on abundance, and just bringing more abundance in the body, abundance in energy, abundance in thinking, mindset, and that is so key right now because there is so much abundance around us. And I know my business has been thriving since last year, May, actually coming up to the last year, or for this whole year. You know, it's been really fantastic being on this journey with my clients and with people just who are ready to do their healing, and this is the time. It's they need to do it.
We do. And before I forget, I know that you did a little segment in the book here.
Yeah, so I have a little chapter in there called Live in Alignment with Who You Are. It's a little bit of my story, and I know you asked me a little bit earlier what I did, or how I got into what I'm doing. I used to work in corporate oil and gas, and I had 3 near-death experiences between the ages of 19 and 26.
Wow.
And I had a lot of healing that needed to transpire. So pretty much everything that I offer right now is because I had those 3 near-death experiences. And so I really understand the chronic pain, but then as I became an entrepreneur, I started to see the pain that entrepreneurs were going through. And just marrying all of that together, again, just working with the whole person affects everything so much. And that was my journey equally. So as I delved deeper into my healing, my corporate job wasn't serving me anymore. And so I left that 5 years ago, and now totally different, completely different industry, but it's been quite the ride.
Because you discovered more of who you really are.
Absolutely. Yeah, and more of that every day.
Yeah, you do. I mean, I used to work in, you know, the offices myself too and such like that, and then you realize I just can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So, and then you get a reality check on a bigger vision, and then you ground yourself and you really know, you know, what you're doing. What do you think one of the biggest challenges is for people, let's say, you know, when they come in to see you?
Well, right now it's a lot of stress at well, not just oil and gas, obviously, but it's, you know, a lot of people have been laid off, and so it's not just the people who've been let go, but it's also the stress of the people who've been left behind. So there's a lot of stress in the office. There's a lot of politics. There's a lot of you know, nobody's sure of whose job is doing what, and so there's a lot of extra stuff that's piled onto their lap. And they're stressed out, and they don't want to say no because there's fear of losing their job, and I want to be a good employee, and, you know, so they're coming in really, really stressed.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. So I know that you also teach classes. Your Reiki. Do you have certain events that are coming up at all?
I do, actually. I kind of forgot about that. I have a Reiki Level 1 this Sunday, actually, on April 17th. I have a Level 2 on the 24th. And I do typically do Level 1 once a month. My classes are almost always full. I only take 6 students at a time, and I love it. It's so fun. It's fun. You get to play in the energy.
You do. You do. How long does your classes last normally?
They're just a 1 day, but it's a training and certification, and I ask them to do case studies and show me their gifts, and hopefully they're confident enough to go out and create their own practice.
Exactly. Exactly, because I know that sometimes, you know, the people come and they feel they have to do things a certain way. You know, and I'd always tell people you got to be yourself and express who you are.
Yes.
You know, which is really, really important. They're like, well, I'm not doing it like this person and that person. And I'm like, you have to be yourself because each one of us has their own gift.
Everyone. And all my students are so amazing. They all come in and their gifts just show up. And it's just so much fun to explore that and discover it with them as well.
I bet it is. I bet it is. Because I like to see that whenever you've actually really can see that in somebody's eyes, you know, in their energy, that, you know, they feel really good about it. So if somebody did want to come book an appointment with you or get some more information, what's the best way for them to do that?
They can go to my website, stillpointbodyworks.ca. They can call me, 403-681-4838, or they can email me.
That'd be great.
From either way, yeah.
That would be wonderful.
Thank you.
And we are going to take a short commercial break here at Calgary, and we are going to return back after these short messages. And you can give myself and Dixie a call, and that number is 403-539-6710. We'll be right back. Good evening, everyone. This is Soul Work. Welcome back for those of you who are tuning in. I'm your host, Jeni Cousins, and this is Shaw TV. And on tonight's show, my guest is Dixie Bennett. I kept on hearing Burnett for some reason.
People hear that all the time.
Do they?
Or Stacy.
Stacy. Oh, really?
Stacy a lot.
That's very interesting, actually. Because normally when I can say a name, but when I hear something different, there's usually a different energy to it. So you could be Burnett.
Could be. I am brunette.
No, yeah, Burnett, not Brunette.
Brunette.
I'm getting information coming in now, but we do have somebody on hold, and our phone lines are open. Calgary, 403-539-6710, and our first caller is Heather. Heather, hello, welcome to the show. You have a question for us.
Hi, sweetie. Sorry, Jeni.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, I just have a quick question. My brother is getting married in June, and I've had a lot of problems with my family. I have like 3 sisters and then the 2 brothers, and the sisters, they've been pretty much treating me, you know, pretty badly for years. And now that this wedding is coming up,
Yeah. You're a little concerned about going?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, you know what I would do, because, you know, we all have family problems. There's not one, you know, family really who doesn't have the problems. I mean, what you have to keep in mind is I would go there and, you know, celebrate, you know, the wedding for them, because if you didn't go, then, you know, it's going to upset them. And if anybody starts to say anything, you know, the drama and negativity, it's always wise just to distance yourself from it, of course. But what I would do is just go and make an appearance, and whenever I have a challenge, let's say if I know I have a challenging day for whatever reason it is, I will wake up that morning and I will say some very positive mantras. I would wake up that morning, if I were you, and say, you know what, it's going to be a really, really, really good day. Because then what's happening is you're psyching yourself up, you're sending that energy out, and you're going to find that regardless what happens, you are going to have a good time at that wedding. Because what energy they send out and do that, that's karma for them. So go and have a good time, but do the mantras. And you'll find it's not going to be as bad as what you think, really. So that's what I would personally do. Are you there? Hello, Heather? Heather? So yeah, you got to mute your TV, anybody who's calling in. So we're going to take our next call, and our next call is Joyce. Hello, Joyce.
Hi, Jenny. How are you tonight?
I'm really well, and how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
And you have a question for us?
Yeah. I'm calling about my grandson, Paris.
What's his first name again?
My grandson.
Okay, what's his first name?
Paris.
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 Okay.
Yeah. I'm raising him as a son.
Right.
He said he got a scratch on his chest in his sleep the end of December, and since then he's been very emotional, and I'm just wondering what's going on with him.
Yeah, I really feel, honestly here, that he's just really, really confused about who he is. How old is he right now?
12.
12. I just honestly, I really feel that he's very, very confused about who he is. He's very, very, very scattered. And he's a very, very old soul, which means he has been reincarnated a few different times. So it almost just kind of feels like he's going through that change. And he will notice that, there are changes on his body, all around his whole body. But I feel he's more in a confused state than anything. So it's going to take him a few years really to find out who he really, really, really is. I know that's like going kind of off topic here, but the scratch just really represents changes in his bodies right now with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
so
anything I can do to help him?
What I would do is just encourage him to be himself, because I just really feel that there's a huge part of him that he wants to bring out that he's not bringing out. It's like he kind of scared to admit who he is. So that's why it's like, you know what, Paris, I would just be yourself, and we're going to love and accept you regardless of who you are. I really, truly would say that because, he's holding back a lot, even for a 12-year-old. He really is. What about you, Dixie? What would you suggest?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but no, I would just do that. Just let him be himself and just make him know that, what, we're here for you, and I just want you to be yourself regardless what it is. Because then he'll start to open up with you a little bit more. Like he kind of might be kind of like a little bit of a loner and, like kind of keep to himself a little bit. So it's almost like he needs to open that up a lot more. Because you don't want him holding stuff in, because then he will get sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's okay. Just allow him to have his freedom. Allow him to discover who he is. Yes, absolutely. And just support him. That is the number one thing right now I would say to you about that.
Okay. That sounds good. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, and thank you for calling in. And our next caller is Linda. Linda, you have a question for us. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
And you have a question.
I'm calling about my health. I've had 2 cancer scares, and I'm going for some more scans tomorrow. So I just was calling to see if you can sense anything.
I actually do sense something, to be very, very honest with you, Linda. And it almost just feels like right now, we all get tested, right? I got tested on Friday, believe me, last Friday, about faith and patience. So with you, it's all about how we set our mind to set, right? I do feel that there is something there, to be very honest with you. But if you find that you go to like like a naturopath, somebody that does healings and stuff, that person can clear it out, help you clear it out, right? But it has to come from within yourself as well. We can clear out any type of disease in our body that we can. We really can. And even Dixie, you would know about that.
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah. I work quite a bit with cancer. And definitely it's worth exploring.
I'm hoping I don't have it again, but
I just feel you need a clearing out. I honestly feel something is there. I really do. It's not like huge. There is something kind of there like this. It just feels like kind of rippled waters a little bit. But it just needs to be cleared out, and it can be cleared out. It truly can be. But it's the mindset. And then with energy work,
absolutely,
Dixie does energy work as well. And then things will clear itself out. It's like a test. We all get tested.
Absolutely.
Tested with that. But I feel you're going to be fine. I do. Just have to, clear it out.
How will I hear Jeni Cousins talking if I turn the TV down?
Anybody who calls in has to mute their TV, because you're not going to hear us speak to you. So just to let the callers know, please mute your television whenever you call in, or else I'm not going to be able to help you. We'll have to take the next caller.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yes. So just, a different mindset. There is a little something coming back for you, as I said earlier, but it can be cleared out. It really can be cleared out. Honestly,
Oh, I get it. She talks on the telephone to me. Okay, I get it.
Okay, well, thank you for calling in.
I get it.
Yes,
I'm waiting.
Yes.
I'm waiting.
Thank you for calling in. I'm
waiting.
We have other callers.
I'm waiting. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Eleanor.
Yes. Hi, Eleanor.
Yes.
It's Eleanor here. I'm talking about, I've been a professional lady for many, many years, lots of acknowledgement, lots of awards. Okay. Also, I've had lots of mail sent, not signed, but real jealousy things about my career, also about my home, about different things. It's a family member from up, that I know of.
Right.
And I confronted her one time, and she denies it. And I did say, well, it's signed exactly the way you write your name. You've written your name so many times, but then the other things that you've mailed for me, you never wrote nothing. You just mailed it and kind of disguised your writing, I said. Then also, too, I've had a hip replacement, and I've had a lot of stress, too, from breaking my femur, and family members dying in about a year ago.
Do you have a question on something that you needed some type of clarity with?
Yes.
And what's your question that you have?
Well, I just shall forget about this person who's sending this thrash mail to me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's clearing out. Like in order, whenever we start getting certain things off balance, we have to really take a look at ourselves and do some soul searching. Number one.
Yes.
And see how we created that karmically, right?
I didn't create nothing.
But in order to resolve the situation, the issue has to be resolved. You can't ignore it.
Well, I've confronted the person.
Yes.
And I've been told just not to be bothered. It's a family member.
Right. But yes, so what you have to do, as I said earlier, is you need to do that soul searching. It doesn't matter if it's family member, friend, or partner, husband, whoever. You still have to do that clearing with it to properly clear it.
I don't know what you mean by that.
So what I personally would be doing if I were you is you don't have to communicate with this person if you don't want to.
I did communicate before.
Okay. So the communication was already sent, right? And now what you need to do is I personally would send that person love and light. Just say, you know what, I'm forgiving you, I'm releasing this, I'm letting this go, and I'm sending you love and light. Because you want to send that energy out there. And you don't need to respond to them, but you need to do that work from within, and you need to properly resolve it within yourself.
Right. I appreciate that.
Yes. And then once you start doing that, you're going to find that things are going to start to slow down and stop. Honestly.
And not be concerned about family members that have been passed away and trying to figure out why this loved one was taken away healthy as can be.
Yeah, don't even worry about that because that's just all a soul's karmic path. When, it doesn't matter what age we are, whenever we pass, that's our time to go.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you talking to me. Thank you ever so much.
You're very welcome.
I missed the phone before.
And
thank you.
Thank you for calling.
I enjoy your show. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we have another caller, Renee. You have a question for Dixie and myself, Renee?
Hi there. Hi, guys. This is my first time calling in, and I actually had a question for you. Ultimately, 3 years ago, I lost somebody that had taken their own life.
Yeah.
And I've really struggled with that.
Yeah,
the reason if you had any messages for me.
Yeah, actually, right away. Sorry, I have a tendency to interrupt, and I do that when I get information coming through. But first of all, you are a very, very, very old soul. You are very gifted. You are very intuitive, and things happen for a reason, regardless of what. And I really feel like before you're even born, you've made a soul contract with this person. And the reason they left your life earlier is because they're going to come forth for you even more now and help you bring out your own abilities. They really are. Because you are very, very gifted and very creative.
Okay.
Yes. So you're going to find that their energy is going to be around you a lot more stronger. Like for me, for instance, I light candles every night, always have for years. And, candles attract the angels. I mean, even now they're flickering. So you're going to find that if you do that, you're going to have more energy come in and more presence coming into you. But they're very, very, very much with you. And I'm seeing a baseball hat for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah. But they're going to help you bring out your abilities, as I said. I can't stress that enough. Because you've got a lot of energy in your hands. If you take a look back, let's say, of certain people who might have been tense or angry or emotional or something, and you might have put your hands on their shoulders or anywhere on their body, and you would have noticed that they start to calm down. You're very gifted. Yes,
I have noticed that. I actually want to take schooling to help people with mental illness.
Yes, very gifted, and it's going to come out even more for you, like a lot more spiritually, because I just really feel a lot of native energy coming around you, and this man in this hat actually, it looks like he's like on kind of like a canyon. So for you to get in touch with nature would be actually very therapeutic for you. It's like go for nature walks, different places that you haven't been to, like go on the back road somewhere that you haven't been to, and you're going to feel this person with you. And all of a sudden you could see like butterflies all of a sudden in front of you, or just certain little things that like are out of the ordinary, and you're going to get messages coming in. Like a lot of messages coming in. So really talk to this person, because they're very, very much with you. They really are.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I so appreciate you taking the time.
Oh, you're very welcome, but you're very gifted, very, hugely. And I'm already getting the wrap-up call from Connor over there doing the little kind of a dance. And I want to thank Dixie for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. And you are very good at what you do. I can feel that.
Thank you.
I can really feel that energy with you. So if you want to see Dixie, you can go to her website. And I'm your host, Jeni Cousins. This is Shaw TV, and we're live every Wednesday night. And all the shows are on YouTube under Jeni Cousins if you miss out on any of them. So have a good night, everyone, and take care.
The proceeding was a community access program. Shaw is proud to support local producers and share local voices, ideas, and opinions. For more information, please visit shawtv.ca. Opinions expressed